Hi everyone, I needed to clean up my cactus today, so I thought I would bring you with me to show you what a rotting cactus looks like, and then to also compare that with cactus corking, which is just like the natural aging process of an old cactus. You can see this one's a combination of damage and corking on this one behind it. But first, cactus rotting. So this is the rotten bottom of my cactus. Usually rotting pieces are soft, but what I think happened here is that it got soft and then dried out because we're in Florida, so it's been hot the last couple days. And since I can see that it's lying along the ground, what probably happened was that it got too waterlogged, and that's what made it rot, and then it dried out afterwards. So now it's really hard. But usually when you have a rotting piece of cactus, you can also see damage marks up the cactus. If you don't happen to, you can propagate, but you can see that there's pieces or parts on this cactus that are also damaged. It could be from scale or just, rotten cactus. So this is not salvageable. So I'm going to get off as much of the rotten chunk that I can, and I'm not going to bother with saving the top. If I wanted to save the top, I could just cut it where the green was and propagate that. But in this case, it is damaged. So if we're going to look at corking, corking is not going to be as dark generally as rotting will be. And you can see that it goes pretty much up the base of this cactus, but you can see some spots that are more toward the front. This is a very, very, very old cactus. I have no idea how old. I would guess probably over 20 years old. So it is inevitable with aging, and you can see how far up the corking has gone with this one. And then kind of the new pieces, and as we cut off pieces or other parts fall off, it has new growth. But this is super hard. It feels like the bark of a tree, and it really looks like the bark of a tree. It's not the prettiest. A lot of people, I imagine, would probably remove the parts that have corking on them, but I am keeping it because it's holding up all the healthy parts of the cactus. So I've taken off a few before because, look, this is ugly. This is obviously very ugly. And I could take off more, but some of it's connected to healthy new growth, and I don't really want to mess with it. That part I can probably take off. But it's really just like tree bark. It's the cactus turning into tree bark. So yeah, generally a lighter color than rotting, but it's really just there as a sign of old age. Let's call it the wrinkles of the cactus, but it's there to keep it up. And you can see all the new growth that's growing on top. That doesn't have any signs of aging, and obviously it doesn't have any signs that this is rotten, because it's not. It's just very old. And yeah, you can see sometimes there's more corking spots as you go up the cactus, and sometimes there'll be a gap, so it might make you think it's like fungus or some other sort of damage, but it's not. And this is the rotten piece that I needed to take off. You can see how dark it is and also how shriveled it is, which is a good way to tell if it's not soft and mushy like typical rot is. So hope that was helpful for some of you today. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe